My name is Denise Roberts, and for the past 30 years, I have worked with individuals, salespeople, and business owners to help them meet and, in some cases, actually exceed their goals in 12 weeks or less. But what I'm most excited about right now is for the next 12 weeks, I will be working with and documenting the journey of 5 women leaders who are committed to changing their current situation. They are looking at things like creating a book in the next 12 weeks, marketing to a new area that they've never pursued, creating a weekly podcast, and one woman is actually looking at selling and or franchising her business when she's ready to retire. Each week we will look at their and celebrate their wins, their disappointments, and share the learnings along the way in post and in videos like this. So I want to share with you the first week and one of the things that came out of that particular class. In that session, we were talking about why do we give up on things? Why do we quit when we are pursuing a goal? And we talked about what we called the competency grid. And the competency grid looks like this. Whenever we start something, a goal or whatever, in the beginning, our frustration level to pursue or achieve the outcome is high. And our competency level is low. But over time, as you keep going and you keep improving your skills and you keep taking steps forward, the frustration level comes down and the competency level comes up to where there hits a point where they intersect and you get to this level of, I can do this. This is doable. Here's the problem though. Many of us don't get that far. We let the frustration at this point kick in and our competency is low and we literally just quit or give up. And you can see sometimes we're just so close if we would only keep going. And so I asked the group, have any of you ever experienced this? Could you share an experience about this? Well, Jean, the woman who was interested in finance or franchising or selling her business, said, yeah, I have a story. And she proceeded to tell us about this woman who, she and her husband were looking to franchise Jean's business. And they were all excited. Imagine this, you're sitting there, this is your baby that you've created over the last 17 years. You have this other couple who are looking at what's possible for them. You're sitting there at the table and when you're developing a marketing plan and you come up with all sorts of strategies and ideas as to where you can go with this. And they even came back and the emails are now flying back and forth between each other and they come up with a prospect that could generate $10,000 in their first month of trying this. Everybody's jazzed and excited, and all of a sudden, Jean starts to notice the emails are slower, the response back, and slower, until they eventually go what I call dark, and they stop responding to her altogether. And so, Jean then said, this was my disaster, and that's why I gave up and I quit. I just said it was too hard. I didn't have the right people. I don't know what I'm going to do. So we talked about a tool that they're going to be using each week. It's called a debrief, and it is a self-reflective tool to look at and take all the emotion out of any situation we've just gone through, good, bad, or ugly. And it's called a debrief. And in the debrief, there are these components. You deal with what happened. And then you start to look at what worked. So you really delve in there. What was working in that situation? And then what didn't work? And then you go to what did I learn? And then what would I do next time? So as we started to go through this with Jean, she committed, because each week they're going to make commitments, we're going to manage their commitments, and she committed to doing this debrief. And over the course of this debrief, I'm hoping, or my intention, is that she gets to a point where she went from it was a disaster, and then she said it was a disappointment, but then she actually gets to what she discovered. It was a discovery. And so these are the kinds of things we'll be sharing each week. So would love you to join us. So stay tuned for next week's progression in this journey. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.